Well, good morning to you. It is 7:45 on Friday, April 24th. Thanks so much for joining us on After GMS. So glad to have my friends Megan Malaris and Taran Kirksey here with me today. Well, you are working from home, but we're all on the same shot of the camera, so you're with me. I'm in studio here today. And before we get started with your news and, of course, our conversations, we have to start with, I believe, the forecast. Taran?
All right, let's take it away here as we go through the morning. We're going to see the few showers that are out there right now continue to dissipate. The clouds will begin to break up just a bit. This afternoon won't be completely sunny across the entire area, but we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. We'll call it partly sunny this afternoon. High temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. A few spots may sneak into the low 80s briefly. For tomorrow, we'll start out dry, but probably cloudy. And then we'll see the clouds try to break up a little bit through the afternoon. That will allow us to heat up, if that happens, into the upper 60s to low 70s. And then we'll see rain chances increase as we go through the late afternoon hours, especially on into Saturday evening. A few of the storms that develop tomorrow evening could be on the strong side. We'll track that for you. Sunday, a few spotty showers, and then we're completely dry on Monday and Tuesday. And then we'll see better chance of rain moving back into the forecast by the middle of next week. Let's quick look at your 7-day forecast.
We want to update you on your Friday morning headlines, and we'll start with this. Governor Roy Cooper extended our state's stay-at-home order through May 8th. Today, he's expected to make a decision on what will happen with schools, if students will continue online learning or if they'll head back to their classrooms this school year. Governor Cooper also introduced a three-part plan to reopen the state. Each phase relaxes restrictions as long as we keep seeing a downward trend in coronavirus cases. WFMY 9's Candace Red is breaking down what these stages look like.
The statewide stay-at-home order was set to expire on April 29th, but during a presser yesterday, Governor Roy Cooper, he extended the order to May 8th. He also shared details about the state's plan to reopen in 3 phases once safe to do so. Let's focus on phase 1 right now. Under phase 1, the stay-at-home order allows people to leave home for commercial activity that includes clothing stores, sporting goods stores, and other services. Retailers must implement social distancing, cleaning, and other safety protocols. In phase 1, gatherings are still limited to no more than 10 people. And even though parks can reopen, the gathering limit of 10 people or less must be followed. Now, face coverings are also still recommended in public. And as for nursing homes and other care settings, restrictions will still be in place. Employers are also encouraged to continue teleworking policies. Governor Roy Cooper says testing, tracing, and trans must move in the right direction for all 3 phases to move forward. He also says that if there is a spike in infections, that tighter restrictions may be needed.
Great explanation, Candace. As state leaders keep an eye on those metrics, they will decide when to reach phase 2. This will be at least 2 to 3 weeks after phase 1. Some restaurants, bars, gyms, and other businesses can open at that point with reduced capacity. In phase 2, the number of people allowed at gatherings will also increase and public playgrounds will reopen. Phase 3 will take place at least 4 weeks after phase 2, 4 to 6 weeks. Restaurants, bars, other businesses, houses of worship, and entertainment venues can increase capacity. And during phase 3, the governor also plans on further increasing the number of people allowed at gatherings. Restrictions on nursing homes and other care facilities will remain in place as a safety precaution.
All right, so let's take a look at where we stand right now with the number of coronavirus cases in our state. The state health department says in one single day yesterday, 388 people tested positive, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to more than 7,600. Now, keep in mind, numbers have increased because more people are getting tests, but there are about 96,000 of them so far. Sadly, 253 people have died across the state. The state health department has not released the number of statewide recoveries. Well, you can get your freezer stocked up with a big chicken sale today in Greensboro. Daystar Church teamed up with Rayford Farms to sell boxes of chicken at a discount. You can see the prices for 40-pound boxes on your screen. The sale begins this morning at 11 a.m. and it is cash only. If you're looking for a job, the Winston-Salem Forsyth County School District is hiring. Tomorrow, the district will host a virtual job fair, 3 of them, all running online from 10 in the morning to 2 p.m. They're broken up by job types, including elementary school, secondary school jobs, and operations jobs. The district is looking to fill several open positions for teachers, bus drivers, custodians, human resources staff, translators, and special education helpers. You can register ahead of time on the school district's website.
So from virtual jobs to virtual shopping, a lot of people are doing a little more online shopping these days, given that non-essential businesses are closed in their actual stores. So let's talk about this, Talker. Unfortunately, porch pirates are taking advantage of this online shopping trend amid the coronavirus pandemic. I know we hate to hear it, but according to the Los Angeles Police Department, thieves are taking advantage of safety measures delivery drivers are following to protect themselves from coronavirus. Police say the drivers are being instructed not to touch the doorknobs, gate latches, or any frequently touched surfaces. So sometimes they have to leave these packages in places that are more exposed than they otherwise would. So like your yard or lawn. That makes it easier for porch pirates to steal them. As we're talking about this, let us know on our WFMY live stream right now on the Facebook page. Are you ordering more things online? We'll talk about it. But Tracy, you know, I hate to hear that porch pirates are taking advantage of people who are already down. However, with more people being home, I'm hoping that neighbors are being more aware and helping protect their neighborhoods from things like this.
Yeah, that's a great point. But you are right. I mean, it is just terrible that people would take advantage of others during this time of crisis. I mean, we're already worried about one major problem. Why make it worse by stealing something that doesn't belong to you? It's unfortunate, but it happens because people unfortunately are greedy and they are they're just not nice. And so we have to try to protect ourselves. And, you know, when we see a package is supposed to be delivered, you know, make sure you're at home so that you can get the package, you know. What about you, Taran? Have you been ordering more online? And what do you think about these porch pirates?
I agree with you. Everything you said about the people that are actually stealing packages. Just awful people. As far as we're concerned, we have like one of those doorbell cameras. So anytime somebody walks up, you know, I get a little buzz on my phone and I look immediately, because if somebody's trying to steal a package, I'm probably going to go out there and have a conversation with them. So, you know, it's one of those things. It's just kind of a part of life. You have, you know, people are overwhelmingly good, but you still have a small percentage of folks that are trash.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's unfortunate during this time. I know you're laughing because he said that people are trash, but I mean, if you're stealing something that doesn't belong to you and, you know, and it's going to hurt someone who is now out of an item and money, I mean, that's a great adjective, right? So here, listen, I wanted people to see if people were ordering more online, but everybody's talking about what the governor could decide today about schools being closed. People are honestly really expecting the governor to keep schools closed for the remainder of the year. I mean, we have more than 300 people on our live stream right now, and they are all talking about the governor's decision and whether or not kids will go back to class. There was one comment that I wanted to read. Someone said, I just found it. Oh, someone said, I'm not sending my at-risk daughter back even if the schools do open back. And other people saying schools should not reopen. Sam says, we may not all agree with the governor, but we have to roll with it in order to keep things safe and organized. And Katrina says, keep them closed, still too early to be opening anything back up like that. Plus schools are about to let out for summer. So what's the point bringing them back now? That is definitely a talker this morning, and I didn't want to ignore the fact that that's what you were sharing online. Despite what we want to talk about this morning, that's still a big concern for people. So Megan, what's the latest on that? He's supposed to talk this afternoon, right?
Yeah, the governor's supposed to make an announcement on schools today, whether we will continue this online learning or whether students will go back to class. We know currently, as it stands now, based on the last announcement about schools, schools are still set to reopen on May 18th. That's a Monday. But the governor has indicated he's going to look at advice from the federal government and making these decisions. We just recently saw the governor of South Carolina announce that South Carolina schools are going to stay closed for the remainder of the year. So we'll see if North Carolina follows suit. We had a poll this morning on the Good Morning Show asking you what you thought, and you voted in that, and 90% of those of you who voted said you think schools should remain closed. But then in comments on our Facebook page, we heard from you saying you hope online learning at least continues so that these kids can have the education that they need for the remainder of the school year.
Yeah, not only that, but you have to give attention to the seniors in deciding what you're going to do to honor them. And the sooner you decide if schools are in fact going to close, then the sooner you can start making a backup plan for graduations and things like that, if that's what it comes down to. So a lot to be decided here today. Thanks for the summary, Megan. Again, that news conference will happen, and when it does, we will bring it to you live on air. We'll keep you updated on WFMYnews2.com. The decision, guys, we could have one today, and it's going to be good just to know how to move forward from here.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Friday. We need some joy in our lives, so we asked you to let us know what is bringing joy to you today. Here's a look at what you guys said on Facebook. Lorraine said, food on the table, a roof over my head, and clothes on my back. Not to mention a job to pay my bills and good health, praising God for all. Sharon Elliott said, I'm working today, but I'm off the weekend. I work in assisted living. We need all the prayers we can get. It is getting stressful by the day. Wow, Sharon, thank you for sharing that. Michelle says, my niece started walking. LOL, she's about 13 or 14 months old and ready to get into everything. Uh-oh, it's over. And May said, she just kept it simple, saying she is thankful for the weekend. I can second that as well. So yeah, a lot of things still bringing smiles to our faces, and we have to acknowledge that, right, Taran? Because we can't just think about all the negative. There is positive.
Yeah, exactly. In everything, there's good and bad. And sometimes, when good things happen, we start to focus on the bad stuff. Sometimes when bad things happen, we don't focus enough on the good things. So this is certainly overall a bad situation. I think we all agree with that. But we will get through this together. Things will improve. But we just have to try to just keep our moods up as much as we can while we go through this tough time.
Yeah, how much money have you saved on gas working from home?
A lot. My gas budget has gone down, honestly, about 95, 96%.
Wow.
So that's definitely one of the good things for sure.
See, that put a smile on his face. Anytime you talk about savings, Taran just lightens up.
I'm cheap, it's true.
All right, Megan, I know you have a lot of joy to spread here with your newborn at home and your family safe and healthy. What's bringing joy to you?
Well, I think you said it, family, health, and safety during this time. I mean, there are things that often people take for granted that you really deep down appreciate, especially in times like this. I'm so thankful for my son. He's almost 4 months old now. He's laughing and giggling. In fact, I just ran up to check on him upstairs before we came on the air, and he is smiling and cooing and is just such a joy. Still doesn't like to sleep because he has a fear of missing out on something fun, but that's okay. We will take it. And I'm loving reading these comments coming in, Tracy, on the WFMY feed. People saying just to be waking up to another beautiful day is something to be thankful for, because that certainly brings joy to all of us.
Yeah, the simplest things bring me joy now. I mean, I took a risk wearing no sleeves today because I saw the temperature was going to be 80 degrees, and my mom actually does not like it when I don't have my shoulders covered. She's absolutely Southern Baptist. She's cover those shoulders. So I took a risk on two fronts, getting yelled at by my mom and being cold in the studio. And I decided to do it, but it's actually kind of warm in here today. So that small thing is bringing me joy. Doesn't take much. Yeah, next time I will cover my arms, Mom. I don't mean to disobey you still. So people are saying on our Facebook page that, oh my God, she said, Ellie says, gas only cost me $30 to fill up. Normally it's $80. And she said that Silver Galley gas is $1.29 a gallon. So she's like you, Taran, Loving the savings on gas prices, which are really low right now. And if you're not driving that much, you could probably go like 2-3 weeks before filling up.
Yeah, people are going from, miles to the gallon to months to the gallon,
Right.
because a lot of people's cars are just parked right now in the garage. But again, like I said, certainly not a good situation overall. And my heart does go out to people who have it a lot rougher than I do for sure. And
Mhm.
hopefully, we can get past the worst of this and get back to some sense of, of normalcy. And I put that in quotes. There's no such
Right.
thing as normal, but some sense of normalcy. Sooner rather than later. But again, we're all in this together. So if you can help other people, and I get on this soapbox almost every time. If there's a restaurant or a small business that you love, make sure that you are supporting them the best you can. You're buying gift cards, or if they're doing takeout, try to put that in your budget if possible. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now.
No, it's fine. That's actually a great segue into the call for things that are bringing joy to you using the hashtag joy to you. You can post it on any of our Facebook pages or on the main WFMY News 2 Facebook page. Let us know simply what is bringing joy to you. We would love to share it because we all need some positivity in our lives right now. All right, so the positivity keeps coming with sunshine abound.
All right, let's get to it. Now, I do like to give you good news, and today certainly weather-wise will be a good weather day. I think that we'll see the skies start to clear out as we go through the day. It's probably not going to be completely sunny across the entire area, but we will see partly cloudy skies develop through the day. High temperatures very warm in the upper 70s. For most, tomorrow starts off dry, and then it will rain chances will increase as we head towards the evening. Could see a couple of strong storms Saturday evening. We'll watch that carefully for you. Sunday, a few sprinkles, and then we are dry again for Monday and Tuesday.
All right, guys, thank you so much for spending the week with us on After GMS. We do this Monday through Friday right at 7:45 on Facebook Live. We love the interaction. It literally is the best part of the day. It's a little bit more relaxed of a conversation, and I feel like whatever we say on this live stream, the bosses won't mind. We can get away with you can get away with a little bit more, so make sure you join in. You never know what's going to happen or who's going to say what. All right, it's 8:02. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend, everybody, and stay safe.